that's here in attendance. We do have a quorum present. We don't have to vote on any absentee members or call an alternate. So we'll move right into reviewing our minutes from our October 28, 2025 meeting. So going through reviewing, we had, on the August 26th minutes, we had, last meeting we had, well, the meeting before that, we had tabled that, to find out about those items, that we possibly didn't need to put in for copyright, so we, went back and approved those. And then the September 30th meetings, we reviewed those and we made some corrections to those. Does anybody see anything that we need to correct? I went back and looked at the YouTube transcript, just checking over, make sure I remembered everything that we had discussed at the meeting, and so everything I see on the minutes are good. Anybody got anything?
It looks good, it's easy to read.
So if there are no corrections, ask for a motion that we approve the minutes as written.
I make a motion.
Second.
So we have a motion and we have a second. All those in favor, in favor of approving the minutes as written by saying aye. Anybody opposed? There are none. All right, moving on to our next agenda item. The public comment. We don't have any visitors tonight, so we'll move into correspondence. Sheila, do you have anything? Okay. Then we'll move into our new business and start diving into the ordinance. So hopefully everybody, I feel like everybody's had a good chance to kind of dig in a little bit, what little bit of, the time that we had. So the first page is an email from Josh Hollis, kind of telling us what's in the draft. Book 1, the foundation, Book 2, general ordinances, Book 3, technical ordinances. If you notice, he's got some areas, he's got some things written where he's got verified by site at the end of the text. And then he's got some like in the margins, there's a gray area where he's got list out some changes that he's made. So what he's requesting us to do is review the zoning map, the draft of the zoning map, the draft of the town, existing language in the new structure that he has here. And that is to provide recommendations to add, remove, revise, anything in there that we see. So I guess we'll roll through. The first, let's see, there's 3 pages that he had. There were some things listed. What I noticed is the page number he has out here didn't match up exactly, so. So I guess the first thing we can start with is, first thing I looked at was the zoning map. first thing I see is it doesn't show the ETJ. That may have been by design, I'm not sure. But that's one of the things that I think we need to, one of the items I got on my list is the map doesn't show the ETJ. I do have a question. And I know we looked at those we split that lot on Jackson Road. It shows it highlighted pink on this map. Is that correct, Sheila?
That's what they've got it, but it's not supposed to be that, it's supposed to be the R1.
R1, that's what I was.
I guess it's because when y'all approved it, he was talking about putting modular homes on there. It's the only thing I can figure out.
Okay,
I did make a note of that though,
okay,
and I was gonna talk to y'all about that too.
alright,
But it's
so,
currently R1.
I believe so.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
It is if you look at the map we've got.
yes, I believe on the map it is.
So first, I guess, item that I'm gonna note to, and I guess if we get a list of questions, we can go ahead and send them to Josh.
I thought that was, we were gonna let you send them.
Yeah, I'm gonna send them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna send them and I'll
Yeah, we
copy
just have
them.
to, yeah, just copy.
I'm gonna-
it and
yeah, I'm gonna
keep the
take-
record.
Take notes here on
Yeah.
those questions. ETJ. All right, does anybody else have any items they saw on the zoning map other than the two that I mentioned?
What was the other one you had, Brian? I was writing in it.
Ma'am,
Besides ETJ, what was the other one?
There's two
the
lots.
two lots on Jackson Road,
Those two
remember when we reviewed those? They have them listed as R2,
Okay.
But they're R1.
they are R1.
I guess you'll correct it spelling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw that on
Amber
the,
Common?
yeah, let me,
Okay.
yeah, let me, add that, my spelled wrong.
And it's the retail.
Yeah, it's
the
listed.
retail comma. Yeah, I saw that too.
Mama,
Mom here.
Yeah. Alright.
My question was this, Brian.
Okay,
On the lots that is currently where Bass Grill used to be, it is labeled as commercial, which, I'm sorry.
go ahead, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
No,
you.
you're fine. That is the part that, what's that guy's, Marshall
Mhm.
owns. He also owns the property that is adjacent to that, which is kind of behind Colleen's house. And his purpose in buying, he bought, I don't know if y'all noticed or not, he bought those two lots that's labeled wrong as mobile home, as the mobile home on Jackson Road. He bought that property also. And he said that he kind of bought that so he maybe could put a driveway into the back part of his property if he expanded his business. I was reading the different codes. You have commercial and then you have industrial. And if you read commercial, he does not really fit into commercial if you read it. And I know we don't want to put a huge industrial there, but I was looking into Nash County's different code zones, I guess you could say. And they have one that is called a L1 light industrial. And it's for limited manufacturing, warehousing, and commercial advertising that has little to no impact on nearby properties. So I was wondering, wouldn't it be more beneficial to him in the long run to change that commercial property and that back lot that is right now RA, residential agriculture, into industrial, and see about adding the zone L1 for light industrial so that you couldn't build up and make a. And I also looked at giving him permission to make those two lots right there, where it's labeled as the mobile home, You could also make that an L1 light industrial also, if y'all thought about, I might want to do that. And it is allowed for it to be beside of an R1 zoned property. However, if you were to consider to do that, the only reason I'm bringing it up is because we're gonna change it and we're gonna update the map. I just see you might as well go ahead and update it now, because then if he wants to expand his business, we're gonna have to change it anyway if he goes back into that property.
I know we, before they sold that property, it was industrial, industrial,
It was it was industrial down there.
and then we changed it. We changed it to commercial.
Yeah,
I'm
and
trying
there was a
to,
reason for that.
I need to look back and see.
Yeah, I need to look
I
back.
mean, it was just a thought.
No, I mean, it's,
But, you know, again, we would probably need to talk to Marshall and see if he'd be interested in us doing that. But the tax rate would be the same. If we leave it commercial or we change it to industrial L1, his tax rate would not change. That would remain the same.
What is it that you were saying that the light industrial would be more like what he would, With
It's
him
limited,
now.
it's limited manufacturing, warehousing, and commercial that has little to no impact on nearby properties.
so what it is right now is commercial.
Yes, and commercial in our ordinance is,
I wonder if you had that hand to do, I have to dig to find it.
I can,
And what reason, why would we not just make it industrial? Because it's so large, you worry about putting like a hospital there or something, like a
Well,
big,
there's
place.
noise that comes with it, I mean, like,
well, light industrial, he wouldn't be able, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That more fits
yeah, I
what he's
know,
doing.
I know we got away from the industrial for that very
Okay.
reason, because we got,
Yeah.
residents
Yeah,
around.
If you look at Nash County at their L1 industrial, he wouldn't be able to do that. It's just light industrial, kind of what he's got there now. But somebody had said that he stated that he bought that lot back there behind Colleen, and he had bought that, property where we rezoned and it's not marked correctly. He had bought that in case he wanted to expand his business back into that property. I was just thinking it would be beneficial to him, because they wouldn't have to come and say, we all, go do it while we're already doing it. The commercial, Colleen, to answer your question, is a business district that is established to promote limited range of retail, office, and service-oriented uses to promote commercial development separate from residential development, such as primary shopping and service areas of the town. The C district is typically located with access to the main streets within the community to discourage any land uses, particularly more intensive uses, which would be detrimental to the character and purpose of the district. It is continued to be located in a compact area, uniform regions, stripped out along roads in order where there is no intersecting streets. Like I said, and when I was reading it, when I was looking at it, I knew that he had a bunch of, what he did is not really a true industrial, but I mean,
well,
it's
what
not
he,
really commercial either.
yeah, so what he does there is basically the headquarters for his heavy equipment. So he does asphalt and concrete and earth moving. That's his headquarters where his equipment is parked when it's not out being used. And then, of course, they work on machinery in there, maintenance or whatever of his vehicles. So that's what happens there. But as you see, the majority of the time they're gone. They're out on jobs.
Yeah, I can tell you when to leave every morning.
Yeah. So.
That was just a thought, y'all can mull it over. and-
Now, what about, would that mean we would have to add light industrial to our? Okay.
Yes.
yeah, they would have to make that change now.
We'd have to
That's,
add,
that's
we'd
what I
have
was
to add a
saying, it would be
zone,
better to, yeah.
or we could just add the zone,
And then change him later,
or,
or not.
or like Sheila said, he's really is not exactly what commercial described. Cause that's more like shopping and stores and eating. So light
That's what I was
industrial
Yeah.
probably would fit his,
Well, I figure L1 would put him more in a slot of what he is,
yeah.
but you're not labeling him solidly industrial, so he can't get but so. I mean, it's up to y'all, it's
No,
just a
let's,
suggestion.
Yeah, no,
But I would suggest talking to him first to see if he's even interested, you know, in us doing that for him. I mean, I don't see why he would be upset, but people are funny.
Think about we got, got some residents around there and
That,
But that's the L one
That
can
would be
be,
something
can
we
be,
could
is
change.
okay for it to be decided by R one.
that would be something we could just change, we'd have to,
it'd be a,
Have to have a hearing.
yeah, we'd have to have a public hearing.
yeah.
But really, it wouldn't be, he wouldn't be asking to change his business, it would just be categorizing him correctly. He's already been,
Yeah,
he's
but-
been there a while.
We could change zones, I mean, we could recommend to the town council to change zones and add a zone, but we just can't.
Yeah, I mean, we would have to go through the process, you're right, Patrick, yes, we
Yeah.
would. I just thought while we were doing it, updating of the ordinances to,
Alright, I've got that noted,
and I have one more.
okay,
If you go over to right across from where Bass Brothers used to be,
That's what I was gonna ask about.
Kay Coggins and her husband own that property now. Robbie owns the lot where the Memar Fire and Rescue used to be. And Kay Coggins and her husband own those other two little lots, I believe, well, Miss Barbara still does. They are not really commercial lots anymore. And they pay a higher tax rate for it to be considered a commercial spot. That's another one, I was gonna suggest changing it to R1 like the other ones, or even putting it to RA. Like the lots right, it'd probably be R1, because everything else in town is R1, right on the roadway. But that would be another one where we would have to have a,
Yeah, so the little buildings are still under Miss Barbara, and just the rescue building is under Robbie.
I believe the rescue building is Robbie's, that's
Yeah.
correct. I
um,
mean, it's just style, because they're not commercial, I mean, you know,
Well,
they're
and,
paying a higher tax rate to have it listed as commercial, but that's another sense where we probably have to talk to Miss Coggin and see if they would want to leave it that way, if they ever wanted to sell it as commercial property.
well, you know, we have it zoned that way in, you know, the color changes, but as far as the property, it's part of the residential property on like the tax.
let's see
Like the
if-
lot is the same, it's all one.
See if I got the map.
And
Yes.
also, I just wonder why we have it listed as commercial on the zoning.
Yeah, I don't have I should have brought my,
I'll look
the
up.
map.
I'll pull it up on the GIS. while
But I
you're-
was just saying, why is
I'm
it
looking
showing
right now.
commercial on
It's
ours if
right
it's
also.
R1? That don't make no sense.
I guess it never got changed from the rescue.
Oh, and I meant that'd be
Don't have to
possible.
now.
But it ain't just the rescue building, it's that and the two little
Thank you,
things.
George.
I guess Kitty's shop
Mhm.
and
It's going so slow.
I don't understand why her residence, Barbara Jackson's residence was commercial, but it's been that. it's
no,
only-
now that one is totally wrong. That one is not, he's got the wrong color on the biggest piece. He's got the color wrong. That is R1.
I know, but if you go look at that map, it's commercial, it's commercial.
Hers is?
Yeah, yeah,
Well, it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be R1,
okay.
which you just pulled out.
I'm pulling, I've got it pulled up too right here. Okay,
No, just completely stop loading.
alright.
Cause I know a long time ago, there was a store there. You remember, I know you don't remember it either, 'cause that was before your time, my time.
What, between, well, I know where the
Across
fire,
the street from where the old Bass Brothers sit.
yeah, I know there was a store there where the fire department's at, there was a store
Okay,
there.
so
There used
the
to be a
rest-
store there a long time ago,
Right.
yeah.
The rescue building is classified commercial, and then the land around it is agricultural, and then Miss Barbara's house is dwelling. I wonder why it's showing like that on our map. See, and everything around the rescue building is one piece of land. I don't know how it would be
Yeah, I don't,
split, and it's agricultural.
think that was maybe a
It
mistake.
should be R1, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it should, her house and, cause they used to have,
So the
they had a
only
garden
thing-
between the fire department and where she lived.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like a horseshoe, so that little building and all that around is agricultural, and her house says dwelling.
I got some old stuff, I'll look at my,
I just was pointing that out, I didn't
Really
quite
old stuff.
understand why.
Yeah, we need to look at that. Let me look at some of the old stuff I got and see if it's always been that way.
I don't
Don't
think it
really
should
know
be,
why.
but if it's rated as R1 or it needs to show that on our map, I would think. Don't
Well, the
y'all?
rescue building was built in 1930, if anybody was wondering.
Yeah, that was a store.
3,700 square foot. Okay.
And then there was a store across from Demo Tan.
Yeah, that's what I was
James
talking
Williams.
about, that was there a long time
James B.
ago.
Matthews
Yep.
store.
Mhm.
Look at where Ned's.
Yeah,
And that's why that concrete's there, or that asphalt's there.
that was the bus stop, right?
And they moved that store
Mm-hmm.
on, can't even think of the name of it, like you're gonna go up Old Franklin Road,
Mm-hmm.
they moved it up there on the left, right before you get 581.
Huh.
That's.
Oh, my daddy's pointed that out to me, before you get to Peachtree,
Mhm.
right on the way to Peachtree.
That's that store.
Mm-hmm. Took it down the road.
That was all I had on.
Okay, I'm making a note.
Sorry, I didn't mean to create havoc. but I just,
No, I mean, we're
I
going
think
through the
it
map
needed
now,
to-
we need
I
to,
think it needed to be addressed.
Well, see, and this version of the, tax map doesn't have Kay's house showing. It has an address there, but it doesn't have updated photography on it yet.
That don't surprise me a bit.
alright.
I mean, I'm just saying, when I go look stuff up, now it don't show it, Cap Island, they don't show it yet. If you go to my house, it still shows I have a pool behind my house, but I don't. It does. Oh, there was one property that's, hold on a minute. There's one property, where's it at, is R2. Or no, that's what it was. We don't have any R2 residential, single family residentials. So why do we even have that in there?
It was not on the other ordinance, I mean, it's not on the map I got at home, I don't know why.
I think that should be struck, she could take that off, wouldn't you think?
Let me just look at one
That was the other thing I had, I thought I was doing.
So those two pink lots are not,
There are one, it's labeled wrong.
it's labeled wrong. in the
Let's see,
script.
R2 residential district is primarily intended to accommodate single-family residential.
It is in our ordinance.
Yeah, let's see, in areas where soil carriers, this district is fine.
We don't have any R3s either, but that's not listed on here, R3's not listed on the map.
So I'm gonna, got a note, I'm gonna look at some old stuff, see if I can find some,
I got the oldest in back of this thing, I think. I don't know how old you go back, but
I came on the board, I guess in 2003. So, long time. Alright, I got a bunch of notes for the map. I'll do some homework, I'll convey to,
that was just something I noticed.
oh, yeah, I've got it noted here so we can, consider it. We'll do some homework into Barbara Jackson's, the old fire department. The thing about the fire department is, just if it ever got sold, and and then somebody wanted to maybe use it for something. I know it's a small lot, you know, it's a non-conforming existing condition. That would be the thing you would need to consider if Robbie ever sold it and somebody wanted to use it for business. So, but I got that noted, we can come back to that. Moving into the ordinance, so what I did is I just started with the very front page. So in going through book one foundation, some of this stuff that he's got on page 9 is new. Some of it looks like he's taking some parts from Division 10 of our current ordinance. That's related to the authority. Will be section 10.01 related to the authority. Some of it. Let's see.
You mentioned multiple times that they have a template they start with. So is this part of their standard template?
I guess the 3 books is, the book 1, book 2, book 3 is their standard template. I mean, it definitely is different than what we've got, and I guess because I'm accustomed to what we've got, and I know he's combined, he's taken some of what we got and combined it all together, so that does make it a challenge to look at the old. You gotta search for it in the current one. I keep saying old, but it's the current one, and then comparing it to this.
I've noticed, just because I use it probably more than y'all do, I haven't noticed he's took out a lot of wordage and he references a lot of statutes. General statute this, general statute that, general statute this. And as far as for me, it's gonna be a pain, because I'm gonna have to go look at the general statutes that he leaves out, you know.
Well, I know when we updated our current ordinance, when they came out with the updates to the general statutes for chapter 160, they went through and, updated some of the verbiage and listed chapter 160 in. And I know he's listed out a lot more of the actual specific general statutes. And he has taken some
Quite a chunk.
words out for sure. Just reading through on the first page, I didn't see anything that jumped out. I guess, what does everybody think about the format? I mean, it's gonna be different, for sure. It's definitely gonna be harder to follow, don't you? Everybody think that? I think it's gonna be harder to follow.
And I kinda like Sheila, when you sit and read, and by the time you read one of these paragraphs, you're gonna have to take time to look up these other things before you move further.
Yeah, I guess, I was looking at one, I don't remember which one it specifically was, but it referenced 3 or 4. Well, it sent you to one statute, and that state sent you to another statute, and that statute sent you to another statute, and it was kinda like, well, darn, so you got to read all 3 statutes and pull them all together, you know what I mean? It was just
And then you forgot
messy.
what you read.
Yeah, I mean, it was messy, yeah, I mean,
I think that's probably a feature too, not a bug. Like if the statutes are gonna change, and if we have a town code that doesn't reference statutes, if our town code just has the original statute, and then the statute's changed for some reason, we don't change, that might
Yeah.
be an issue.
I mean, I
But
get
if it's
that, but
referencing a changing document, then it's always gonna be referencing that changing document.
Yeah,
It'll stay up to date, in other words.
yeah,
And again, we just got this, so,
yeah. It takes some getting used to.
So I went through on the page 10, I found where it references Bertie County. Really the first, page 9, 10, 11. Yeah, those 3 pages I just mentioned are a lot of new stuff. I'm gonna probably go through and read it again. Page 13, you had reference Bertie County again.
Where was that at?
Top of the page.
Um, it's still on,
It references Bertie County Board of Commissioners. It really should reference Momire Town Council. If such approval is required by law. So I've got that noted. Has anybody else seen anything on the first page 9 through 13?
I was going to get out the new code of ethics, what they come up with, and make sure that it matched, the code of ethics. I hadn't done it yet, but I was going to.
That's,
For your notes, Sheila, I searched it. Bertie is on page 10, 13, and page 28.
okay, I got.
And then if y'all see another, if we see another town, I can search the word, like Lucama. Lucama's not in this one. And then I also searched Momire spelled wrong, the way he had it, and it was not spelled wrong any in here. So if there's something you want me to look up to save us time, I can.
Okay.
Right, so I was gonna pull that code of ethics, just to
Alright.
make sure it matched, but I haven't done that yet.
Is that, the code of ethics is not in the town code. I didn't see it in the town code.
It should be.
Let me look here. I got it pulled up.
Well, I don't know if the new one, it should be in there. Cause you know, they just adopted a new code of ethics.
So you mean like page 13?
In
Chapter
the new
4?
one, in the
Yeah,
new one.
in the new one.
Well, I got the code, the town code that is on the computer. I don't have my book here. Let me get through there. I'm gonna look. I don't think it's here because I've looked at the town code pretty much the last 3 or 4 days. I don't remember seeing anything about it. No, there's nothing in the town code now about code of ethics. I won't add a note here.
Yeah, it is.
I used to check that.
Control F.
F.
You have to download it first. Like if you open it in your email, then download it and then search it. Control F. If we have something that repeats or we want to change all the way through, that's the easy way to do it.
I can email y'all a copy of the new code of ethics if you want.
So if
Yeah, I mean,
you
as long as it if you do
Yeah, I'm
that
just gonna make sure it
comparison.
matches something, but I'll let y'all see it, y'all will see y'all can see it. And it's that whole road, it's got.
so if we don't like the layout, I mean, we're stuck with it? I mean, is this?
No, I mean, it's,
I mean, is this?
it is, based on what he said, it is, we can change it, we can,
If it's not easy to read.
yeah, I agree, I think we need.
This layout is easier to read when I'm new.
Oh,
So,
yeah, oh, yeah, I agree with you.
I'm fresh eyes,
The
so
other
reading
thing
this,
It's smaller print, but a lot of it gets on the same page and doesn't get split up
Well,
like that.
so, in the new one, it's like a paragraph. If you you go in our current
It's
ordinance,
like a reference.
well, it's got the main section and then subsections that kind of break it down. This is gonna be harder to dig things out of, you know. I do think, I think we, you know, if we're gonna have this, but I think we need to go back to having, like, I'll give you an example.
I was hoping he was gonna take ours and pull off of that and add to and take away from that, the way it is structured now.
Do we
Not-
have, oh yeah, I guess we do have a digital
Yes,
copy.
but
I've
we're
got it.
using Bertie's version apparently.
Well, so yeah, to play devil's advocate a little bit, I'm wondering if, okay, they've developed this template. Is there a reason why they have this template and this is what their company is going with? You know, is it backed up by, this has been to court, you know, it's favorable in the courts, all of the other clients like this, so that's why we have this template? Or is it just like? this is
I'm
what we
gonna
have?
ask him that
You
question.
see what I'm
I
saying?
think we need to ask him that
But
question.
like when we have something come up, this is so much easier to look
Yeah.
up and read, okay, is this, and this? It's just-
Because common sense did it.
Yeah, common sense did it, that's right.
Cause you got all your information.
That was
right
Iva's
there.
quote, common sense did it. Shirley, got that?
I don't care.
Well, there was
That old school.
Dennis Patton, what's the other guy? White McGee.
Yeah, well,
Alright, so I'm gonna ask the question about, their template.
Yeah, and this paragraph versus the, you know, bullet points.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask him, you know, about the template, does the state mandate a certain template? Is there another reason for the current template? Alright,
So if this was the list that town council and planning board wanted to adjust, why couldn't we take it out of, why couldn't you just take it out of the digital copy you got? I mean,
That's what we were asking.
yeah,
You know, why do they use this other
but
term?
Well-
why did we,
well,
why was he hired? You know,
Well, it's
put it
not-
in the town.
It's,
Well,
it's
we
not just
wanted-
to change it, it's to update with what the North Carolina
general
laws are. And we can't just go taking out or adding to, I mean, we need some guidance on if we change this, what's the normal or what's our options? It
Well-
wasn't just a formatting thing, it was a legal.
I really wish that we could have met with Joshua and there was another guy, right, Sheila? Seth. I wish we could have met with them. They met with us before this ever started. That way we could talk to them and we could tell them, hey, we like this format, but we need to clean it up some. We want to make changes to it. I mean, that would have really been practical
Well,
to have that.
We can still say.
Yeah,
that.
we can still, I mean, he clearly tells us we can, and two, this is our ordinance for our town, we can make it what we want, so.
I guess that's where I was coming on the common sense side of it. It's like, you know, if the planning board brings it before the town council and they agree, because reading through all these zoning and everything that I read, a lot of it we don't use, a lot of it's not gonna be here. So, I mean, that's where I was coming from.
Yeah,
I didn't even know half this stuff was in here.
It's a
But
lot.
it'll never, I mean, I don't see our community doing half the stuff that's already listed in the existing zone.
Well,
So, I get it.
man, these two ladies, we were, when we had Dennis Patton and White, we were thinking about, we had to look at it if, the what if. What
20
if
years
down,
down the road.
yeah, what if, we spent a ton of time on the adult, store. We put it in an area, we will put it in a district where you pretty much, you can't disallow it by, you can't disallow it because they take us to court. So you had to put it in an area, you had to allow it, but put it in an area where it would be pretty much, be hard for them to, they would be putting it in an industrial area.
That's like an ABC store.
Right.
You cannot disallow, you got to have it somewhere, but you can put it somewhere, you can put the zone where you want it, so it's not gonna be right in the middle of town. You do have that right.
That's why, even though, we hope we never have some of the stuff we hashed out, but we had to have it in the ordinance in case somebody came out of nowhere. And, I haven't had a chance to, I've gone through a lot so far reading, but,
So what does no districts available, modify or remove? So does that mean if there's no districts available, does that mean to remove, to have that establishment?
well, when we,
Is that what that means? Or,
well, when we had that, we had an industrial district. We had one time, we had an industrial location. So, I think we had to really put some discussion and thoughts on how do we find an area to stick it in case somebody ever wanted to put an adult business. And two, I'm not no expert on law, but I know from when we had all those discussions, that was the thing. Dennis Patton said, well, you can't disallow it.
Right.
That was the big thing with them here. Every time you come up, they would tell us right
Yeah,
along.
they would tell us, well, by law, you can't leave it out. So I don't, unless something's changed with the North Carolina General Statutes, but I doubt it, because the moment you go saying, we're not gonna allow that, we're gonna get somebody that really wanted to do it could sue any town that didn't want it. So I think, one, I'm gonna ask him about the template, and about the format. I think that's where I need to really start my first question. Let's just look at some of the content. I know we're talking about we don't like format and potential could change, but let's let me go through and see if there are some more things that I have found.
The other thing when I was reading, some stuff's in there twice.
Okay.
So like, just
I thought I was scrolling through it, reading it. I thought I saw it come up twice too.
well,
I did too.
I didn't know if I was just tired.
Yeah, it was in different sections of it, so I noticed that too.
so I was just poking around like section, page 60, section 3.10, the Carnival Fair Festival thing. So it's there that
Yeah.
says within recreational entertainment category. Then it's again on page 87, section 4.9. So it's basically says the same thing, but it's in two different spots. It doesn't say a whole lot of anything. I was just curious, it's in two different places, and I'm assuming that's for a reason, but I just didn't understand what
Yeah.
within recreational and entertainment category meant.
Let's see if it's in our,
Yeah, so yeah, the,
It's page 60
it's two
versus
different-
page 87.
it's two different chapters, that's what
But
was
it
confusing
says
me.
exactly the same thing.
So the first one, it was in the 3 chapter, the general standards, and then the other one was chapter 4, which is the development standards. I don't know what the difference is
Yeah.
between those two. But yeah, I noticed that too, yeah.
I just wanna
There's quite a few of them
understand.
too.
Yeah, that was just one of the ones I just.
but see, we don't have it. We don't have to event, in our current ordinance, it's not in there twice.
But
That was kind of my point. Cause I wanna make sure I'm reading it right. If you need an example, Brian, it's page 60 and 87 is when the carnivals is in two spots.
Yeah, there's like kennels, I mean, if you just flip back and forth between
Yeah.
the, table of contents, page 5 and page 6, you can see there's a lot of them. Daycare
It's-
centers.
I'm sure there's probably a purpose in it, I just
Yeah.
don't know what that purpose is.
Yeah, cause it was
Right.
only,
I-
you know,
I'm gonna ask
listed
that
once in
question.
ours, it could get shorter if you didn't
What
duplicate
is
it.
the purpose?
I don't know why he did, I mean, I have no idea.
Yeah, it's like the development standards and the general standards. But then, that's really weird too.
That goes back to, he didn't really change anything in the notes that we sent him, and I really think what he is expecting us to do is to go in there and fine tune those things for him and tell us exactly we expect him to do with them.
So,
Just
just,
what I'm thinking, but I may be wrong, I don't know, I haven't talked to him.
so
about that.
just a question, I know that Seth and they met with the town council, did they present their format?
No.
They didn't, okay.
They basically just wanted to meet with the town council first, cause that is their procedure.
Okay,
And that way they could get an idea as to what the town council expected the outcome to be with the going back over and updating of the town ordinance.
alright, I got that noted, let me back up to some things I saw.
Yeah, I saw some stuff on page 15.
Page 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got to change the general administration reference.
Second Monday of each month.
Yeah, I got that
And it's,
noted.
9 o'clock instead of 7 p.m.
I got that noted. Yeah. He's got on page 16, he's got verify at the end of special meetings. I don't know really why. I read those compared to,
Yeah, I did too. Pretty much.
pretty much, so I'll ask him about.
And he also said some of them were verified, and some of us ones he wanted us to verify, right?
Yeah, I think so.
My only thing on page 16 was at the minutes,
I don't know if there's.
Okay,
where it says full and accurate minutes. You know, they pass the thing to do summaries.
if you read the North Carolina general statutes, it says full and accurate.
So it needs to stay that way. I just want to be sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it needs to stay that way.
Hi, Colleen, it's Helen. I know it's. She's very excited.
Helen, she's in a meeting.
I don't know why, come on.
Let's see,
Oh, I had a question, Sheila. I see here, a lot of times you see any local news medium that has filed a written request with the town clerk received notice. Is anybody on file to receive notice when you call a special meeting? On page
I have to
16?
send that, yes, National Graphic requested that I send a copy of our agenda for every meeting.
Uh-huh. And is it like, they like send you like a formal thing?
No, it's just a request, and we have to send it to,
where is that? Oh, I
to
see.
the Nashville Graphic.
At the end of every.
It's called a sunshine list is what they call it, and all the towns, they request that they send them a copy of their agendas
Okay.
to the graphic, so I email them a copy of it.
So I guess that doesn't apply to emergency meetings either. Well, it does say that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But yes, I send them a agenda.
All right, I didn't see anything on 17.
I saw something, 18, I keep finding.
Yeah, so appropriations ordinance. I was comparing it to. I got a note here.
That was referencing if they wanted to change an ordinance. Correct.
Yeah, I think when I looked, let me find it in our current ordinance. I don't think it said at special meetings. Can't find it now. I guess I wonder why it has special meeting in there. I think I'm looking at something, it wasn't that way in the current. I just can't find where I saw it.
I don't think I saw that one.
Looking at that, I didn't see anything, it's on 18. On 19,
That needs to be changed.
on 19, I got. Cause I know the town council members perform a quarterly audit.
Mm-hmm.
And really think our ordinance probably should reflect that,
What page you on?
19. It doesn't say anything about a quarterly ordinance, what a
It
quarterly,
does say something about it somewhere, because I read it.
So it says there's an auditor, that there's
There's annual.
Yeah, it talks about an annual,
That's talking about, the lady that comes down here from Clayton.
yeah, the actual CPA
Mhm,
that does
yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's on page 20, town council.
Yeah, it's in there, cause I read it, but there's something that
In
needs to be changed on
5.4.7, monitoring and reporting, the last line,
Mm-hmm,
town council members shall perform an internal audit of town records and accounts on a quarterly basis.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew it was in there, I've seen it.
Okay.
Like I said, there is a change on 19 that he needs to make, and there is a change on page 20 that he needs to make.
Okay, so
What's your
what,
change on
what's your
19?
19?
19, it says, monies received shall be deposited in a total collections equal $25. They changed, it used to be 100, and then they changed it that you can keep 200. As long as it does not go over $200, then I have to go and deposit it when it goes over 200.
Monies received shall be deposited in total collections equal to $200.
More than $200.
More.
Yeah. Isn't that right, Colleen?
What's that?
What did it used to be? It used to be, and then, well, they increased it to 100, that's what it was, they increased it to 100.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, Brian, I lied to you. My
100.
mistake, it's 100. I apologize.
I didn't know
That was
if
my
it
bad.
changed when you
Yeah, I
said that.
burned them in my oil with this stuff, I'm sorry, but I made a mistake.
Yeah.
So,
I worked every night this week till about 10 o'clock, my eyes
And
about to fall out of my head.
and then that means you don't have more than $100 here with you to get knocked in the head, right?
Exactly.
Okay,
It
good.
was 25, and then the council
Yeah.
passed it to 100.
So you can have some change or something.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was running into an issue where somebody would come in, you know, we don't take credit card, I'll take a check, but you know, we don't take credit card, they bring cash, and I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
More.
But if it goes over 100, I have to deposit that money. I mean, if I get a check or something like that, I go ahead and do it. I don't,
So if it's $100, you don't.
or over. I can keep up to $100 in the cash box.
Okay,
$100 or more has to be deposited,
okay,
or anything over 100 has to be deposited. I'm not sure how you want to word it, but
okay. Alright, I got that noted, page 19.
then on page 20, I don't pay the bills twice a month, I pay the bills weekly.
Cash disbursement, let's see which section.
The
you're looking.
expenditures shall be pursuant, bills for goods and services shall be paid twice monthly and no later than the due date. I pay it weekly, I don't save them.
You just pay bills as you get them.
I pay, well, no, I do checks on Friday. When I come in
Every
on
Friday.
Friday, if I have any bills that come in that week,
Mm-hmm.
I cut the check, send it out the door
Weekly.
Friday after, yes. I don't hold them. And let
Hey,
them lay around.
I don't know that I would change that. I mean, kudos
It's a
to
good
you.
habit, but
Yeah,
it's
but-
somewhere to
I
happen.
mean, I was just saying, if you're supposed
Yeah.
to be truthful, you know, they're all about it, this thing being truthful, I don't do it monthly.
I
twice a
think,
month,
like,
I do it weekly.
if anything, at least twice monthly. Right?
Yeah.
You could add at least.
Right, so then if you were out on a Friday and you only
You
did
can
it
deposit
3
when you
times that
want,
month, then
but it has to be
I
deposited.
mean, it's not
at least.
mandated, that's just
Yeah.
the way, I mean, I've been doing that since Kenneth was here.
Okay.
Yeah, because right now it kind of implies it should only be paid twice
Twice
a
a
month.
month, right, but I pay it every
we
week.
can say at least twice monthly.
Yeah. Whatever how you want, I don't know how you want to put it, but it, you know, all about it being accurate and
Okay.
truthful and all that stuff, so.
At least twice monthly. That sound about right, Josh?
Yeah.
Well, and it's kind of weird how you say it, because you pay bills as they come.
Yeah, it does say, and no later than the due date, but.
Right, no, but, you know, any person in that position, they get in their own, you know, they make their own habit or whatever that works, but.
So I got something when I was looking through this. I don't see in any of this. We had an article 12, which was definitions. I don't see any definitions in here.
I noticed that too, Brian.
Um,
I don't like that either.
I'm on,
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to
Yeah.
be picky, y'all. I guess I've just got.
No,
Well,
I mean-
we have to be picky
I mean, I
though.
just gotta say, I got used to a certain way and it's,
I agree, I mean, we
but
have to
I
have
like my
definitions.
definitions. I can flip back there and see my definition and flip back up to where I need to go.
I thought there was,
I thought it was too.
something about definition.
Interpretation and definitions, page 10.
Yeah, there's a definition in appendix A. I don't think we got an appendix A.
I don't think we did either.
I think there's supposed to be
In the
definitions.
table of contents, it says interpretation and definitions in page 10.
Oh, it does have an appendix A in the, hold on. This is on page 11, general definitions / appendix A.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but this isn't definitions like she's talking about.
No, no,
no.
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 We need an appendix.
Look at the very back of your old ordinance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said, but, like, if you read the text under general definitions, it says appendix A of this code contains a comprehensive glossary
I'll
of
take my
terms.
old ones out of my.
I think maybe they
Didn't give it.
intended to have appendix should be at the end. I think they intended to have an appendix.
I'm
And,
so glad we
like-
have an engineer with us.
You see, there's a section 2.3 appendices and additional terms, but it's just blank. I think they,
Didn't put it in there.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be in
or
that.
maybe it's not completed, I don't know. It says,
Yeah, there you go, Brian, we would like to know where our appendix is.
Appendix A definitions.
Brian's got as many notes as we got in the pages of the book.
Well,
Yeah. We've only been doing this in our
so
homework.
what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go through my notes tonight, put it all together. I'm gonna add some things I don't have noted, but I'll send it to everybody, let you read over it. Including Sheila, before I send it to them, see if you see anything. Number one is I'm gonna address the template and that we, the board, really like, some of the features of the layout that we have currently that we would like to keep. So, let's, we'll move on some more here.
That's my.
Chapter 6, variances,
Oh, yeah, we
appeals.
did
I
that.
mean,
That
that's,
me a lot.
I looked through this, read through this is, pretty much, from what we had, just with the additions in the general statutes.
You're talking about the variances and appeals.
Yeah,
That's the part where I was talking about. He took out a lot of wordage.
yeah,
I mean, a lot of wordage.
I mean, I need to.
Because that's where he goes into where I was talking about, he's referenced at all these, general statutes. If you notice when you read through there, he's took a bunch of wordage out and just put the general statutes in there. I don't like that.
Alright,
I'll just go and do a general statute and staple it to the page is what I have to do, because I don't know.
yeah, we don't,
yeah, if
I
anybody
can't
comes,
remember, I can't
in and
remember all
asks,
those
just send,
statutes.
just
You know,
print
I
off the
can't
general
remember.
statute.
Yeah, just print off statute. I have got it set in there. I have got it set in statutes.
I do with statutes every day.
Mm.
If they're patent law.
I feel
not
for you.
related, but
I do feel for you.
every day.
I hate those things.
it's like looking at building codes. Alright. So chapter 6, I got a note to address that.
And I don't know what happened on page 25. I guess it's just all talk. Look weird. Everything else had blue lines on it.
Maybe that too. Now, chapter 7, I'm gonna ask him about that too, because I wonder if this is something that had to be added due to the North Carolina statute.
Or an amendment to the code.
Yeah,
Well, he's got, do you see that here at the bottom? He's got the green thing there.
Yeah,
It says set
procedure.
procedures for amending the code. Ensuring and handling unified, uncodified items. Yeah, I guess that's what he's telling us so far.
In chapter 8, page 28, was the last misuse of Bertie. I think I already told you that.
Yeah.
First paragraph is Bertie. That's enough for me.
That's as far as I got in my exploration through the ordinance.
yeah, does anybody have anything else past that?
I think we should go ahead and talk to them about what we've got before we keep going.
Yeah, and that's as far as I got. I got to about chapter 7.
Didn't get that far.
Yeah, the only other thing I'd noticed, I read through a lot of it and glossed over a lot of it. The only thing that I noticed was page 42. Noisy animals. That's it's very broad. I mean, I could argue that every dog is annoying when they're barking at night. So it's like, it's very, I don't know.
Vague.
Yeah, very vague, that's a better word. But, and then like along those same lines, there's a section here where it talks about, it's another one about noise. Oh jeez, let me find this thing is long. Oh yeah, so it's on page 57, noise levels, 3.2.4.
This,
Page 57. It says unless otherwise specified, non-compliance with the noise level established by this ordinance shall mean exceeding the specified noise limit for 5 or more of any 25 consecutive readings taken along it. There is no noise limit specified.
decibels should be
Yeah,
specified.
It does mention decibels in here. Search decibels, and it mentioned decibels on page 101, but it's talking about utility related, like equipment producing noise in
I guess
excess of 70
question-
decibels shall be located. Anyways, it was very like, I don't know, it's
We
like
need to know what the decibel rule is.
if I had a dog,
57 decibel rule.
it's
Yeah, that
something
was under utility rated substations.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, exactly, so it's not at all
Equipment producing
related.
noise in excess of 70 decibels shall be located in a close to 700 feet.
That's the only where decibels are labeled at all. But then, like, supposedly there's a specified noise limit.
You know, we have to state it. We need to state the decibels. And like, I know the decibels that I have to provide hearing protection for employees is X amount, because like indoor decibels and outdoor decibels is different. You know, like construction decibels, that's not inside a room. We definitely need
Yeah,
some
that's-
clarification
And
on
it's at the
that.
very beginning of the chapter and implies that it applies to everything, so it's pretty important.
And there's
Standard,
apps,
yeah, it's under standards. for
Yeah, it's
all
under the
uses.
standards for all uses.
there's apps on your phone that you can measure sound decibels.
And I won't even get into the specifics, but like decibel, there's like peak decibel and then there's
Yeah.
sustained decibel, so it's like, when you talk about, you use the word specified noise limit, and then it talks about the method of measuring the
What's in
noise.
the old, what's in the old ordinance?
That's what I was wondering.
Let me, I got it pulled up.
I don't think we have a noise level in here, do we? Just trying to think if I ever saw one.
Well, like
Noise.
Carl was up there, first thing that come up.
Oh,
Noise
that's
level.
actually from our
Right.
current code.
Oh, it says the
That's
same
correct.
thing. Yes,
What
so
page
page
is that?
22, unless otherwise specified, non-compliance with the noise level limits
So the
established.
standard for our uses.
Mhm.
Now, there are certain, I'm looking at,
Says the exact same thing.
equipment repairs got, it breaks it down, equipment producing noise or sound in excess of 70 decibels shall be located no closer than 100 feet to a nearest residence.
Yeah, decibels is mentioned a lot in our current code. But it's only mentioned once in the new one.
Mhm. Gosh, this is so much easier to read, the old one.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
I
I
hate
would
to
do,
say this, but
Brian.
I'm disappointed.
Well, before we go any further, I mean, let's
Yeah, we need
tell
to-
them.
Yeah, we need
Cause they
to.
can use chat GPT and put it back in the,
Yeah.
in the,
So I'm-
format
I mean,
Right.
I'll say it's very comprehensive. I'll say almost too
So
comprehensive.
you talking about the new one?
Yeah.
I don't
It's
like
almost
it
too
because
comprehensive.
people have started using it to do their job.
yeah,
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm sorry, but ChatGPT is not always right.
yeah, that's right.
Some unknown agencies that I'm affiliated with require it as part of your job.
Maybe they don't know what it's talking about sometimes, I can tell you that.
All
I
right.
mean, I have used it like I do a letter or something like that,
Oh,
but,
it's great for reformatting emails and stuff like that.
oh yeah.
All right, so I will get the list of questions, I'll get my list together. Not gonna be tomorrow. I will try to dig in it on Sunday.
I think we all agree, that we think, you agree or disagree, Sheila? We think the format of our current code is user-friendly for reference,
Mhm.
you know, quick reference and for our staff and for us to reference when we're, we're not gonna read it like a novel, it's for reference.
Mhm.
So that's why I think the format is easier for the staff and our board.
I like it because like if I'm looking up something for somebody about a permit or something like that, it tells me exactly what I need to do, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So are we gonna stick with our regularly scheduled meeting schedule?
Well, we won't have a December meeting. We'll start back in January.
We already got one scheduled for January.
I wanna make sure I have it on the calendar, or I'll get a text message from
If
Jordan
we had
5
our-
minutes before saying,
We had a if we had one in December, it would fall.
I knew that.
January wait a minute.
Starts next,
27.
It
starts
would
next week.
fall, Tuesday
You go first
before.
of the year.
January the 27th is the last Tuesday of the month.
January
What you got next week? Who's gonna do the cooking next week?
7.
So we're doing January
So,
twenty-seventh.
hold on.
Yes.
January 27th.
So our next meeting will be January 27th at 7 p.m.
Is this the one that has food in it?
Do we have to be at
Joshua called
7?
me.
No.
He called me, he asked me about the meeting tonight, and I told him no, he did not need to be here because we was just starting to go over the thing. So
No.
what he said was that we were wanting him to come back. I told him I'll call him and let him know when we want him to come back.
Who y'all gonna meet, January?
January 27th at 7 p.m.
I have a question, do we
We
have?
don't want him to be here for that one, excuse me, for that one, do we?
No.
No.
We
I
start at
didn't think so.
6:30?
It's in the ordinance, cause you can always have
I'm
it.
just trying to go over so much, I didn't know 6:30 would help us not get so late, but.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm cool with that.
So, yeah,
I mean, Is everybody good with 6:30?
6:30 is about as far as I can go, cause I gotta get off and Rocky Mountain, get home and do whatever.
I don't try to throw a kink, it's just, it's
No,
it's winter,
6:30 is
Well,
it's
fine.
winter and it's,
I agree, because 5 o'clock's gonna come early tomorrow morning.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like for
Like
the
see
working
kids before
folks,
they go to bed.
for the working folks and for the parents, we need to be getting, wrapping it up at 8 o'clock. So
Is,
6:30 would give us more time.
Everybody good with 6:30?
6:30.
Yes.
Alright. Alright,
And I won't turn into a pumpkin.
well, I guess I need a motion, for a meeting to be January 27th at 6:30 p.m.
So moved.
Alright, do I have a second? All those in favor by saying aye? Aye. Anybody opposed? There are none. We don't have any, we've been through our new business, so I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn, do I have a second? Got a second, all those in favor of adjourning,